Welcome back to my channel. In this video lecture, we will cover a new chapter of biology, that is respiration in plants. So all living organisms need energy for carrying out daily life activities. All the energy required for life processes is obtained by oxidation of macromolecules called food. And cellular respiration is the mechanism of breakdown of food material within the cell to release energy and trapping it for synthesis of ATP. The process takes place in cytoplasm and in mitochondria. The compounds that are oxidized during the process are called respiratory substrates. The process involves a series of slow stepwise reactions controlled by enzymes, and released energy is trapped as chemical energy in the form of ATP, which is broken down whenever and wherever energy needs to be utilized. Then, do plants breathe? Yes, plants have systems in plant place to ensure oxygen availability, that is stomata and lenticels. For this purpose, each plant part takes care of its own gas exchange needs. There is very little transport of gases from one plant part to another. But plant oxidize glucose in several small steps, and energy released is coupled to ATP synthesis. Facultative and obligate anaerobies can respire in absence of oxygen. All organisms retain this strategy of partial glucose oxidation in absence of oxygen, called glycolysis. Glycolysis is the scheme given by Emden, Mayrhof and partners, referred as EMP pathway. In anaerobic organism, it is only process in respiration, occurs in cytoplasm, present in all living organisms. In this process, glucose undergoes partial oxidation to form two molecules of pyruvic acid. In plants, glucose comes from sucrose or from storage carbohydrate. Sucrose is converted into glucose and fructose by invertase, and these monosaccharides enter the glycolytic pathway readily. In glycolysis, a chain of 10 reactions produces pyruvate from glucose by the help of different enzymes. Then pyruvic acid, 3 major fats, Krebs cycle, lactic acid fermentation, and alcoholic fermentation. These are the steps of glycolysis. Then fermentation. In fermentation by yeast, incomplete oxidation of glucose is achieved under an anaerobic condition to produce CO2 and ethanol by the help of enzyme pyruvate decarboxylase and alcohol dehydrogenase. And less than 7% of the energy in glucose is released. Also, the process are hazardous as either acid or alcohol is produced. This is the cycle. Then aerobic respiration. In eukaryotes, it takes place in mitochondria, leads to complete oxidation of organic substance. This type of respiration is most common in higher organisms. Crucial events of aerobic respirations are complete oxidation of pyruvic acids. Site is mitochondrial matrix, and ETS and synthesis of ATP. Site is inner mitochondrial membrane. Then TCA cycle or Krebs cycle. In mitochondrial matrix, acetyl CoA produced by oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid enters the TCA cycle, commonly known as Krebs cycle. First reaction of Krebs cycle is condensation, then an isomerism. Then the summary equation for this phase of respiration is pyruvate plus 4 NAD plus FAD plus 2 water plus ADP plus PI. So per molecule of glucose, 8 NADH plus H, 2 FADH2 and 2 ATP are synthesized to pyruvic acid. Amphibolic pathway, respiration pathway is involved in both anabolism and catabolism, hence it is amphibolic pathway. ETS and oxidative phosphorylation, NADH dehydrogenase and FADH transferred electron. When electron passes from one carrier to another through complex to 1 to 4 in ETC, they are coupled to ATP synthase. Oxidation of 1 NADH gives 3 ATP. The role of oxygen is limited to terminal stage. Then respiratory balance sheet. In reality, it is a theoretical exercise. Then there can be a net gain ATP molecule during aerobic respiration of 1 molecule of glucose. In fermentation, there is net gain of only 2 ATP for each molecules of glucose degraded. Then the ratio of volume of CO2 evolved to volume of oxygen consumed is RQ. RQ is equal to volume of CO2 evolved upon volume of O2 consumed. It depends on the type of respiratory substrate used during respiration. For carbohydrate 1, fat less than 1, example triplemetine, protein about 0.9. Breaking of CC bonds of complex organic molecules leads to release of lot of energy in cellular respiration. Glucose is preferred substrate, though fats and proteins can also yield energy. Fermentation takes place in many prokaryotes, unicellular, and in germinating seeds. In aerobic respiration, O2 is ultimate electron acceptor and yet gets reduced to water. So this much for today's video. Hope you liked it and understood it well. Go through the PDF of this video thoroughly. It will help you. And thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos. Thank you.